Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and in this video we'll have another update on Falling Frontier, an upcoming real-time strategy game set in space coming up in 2022, and that's a really exciting update that I've been waiting for quite some time. I did ask the developer about it and it is here coming up in this video. The update we've been waiting for. We are going to get a single player campaign in Final Frontier, and that is awesome. Let's listen to Todd Darcy and hear what this is about.
Solo developer at Stutter Fox Studios. Now I'll start by saying I've made the decision to delay the early access release of Falling Frontier into the second quarter of 2022.
Now that's okay. Let's remember that Todd Darcy is the solo developer at Stutter Fox Studios, so it's not easy to make a video game, let alone when you are alone. So if he feels that the game needs extra time to give us some more quality and some extra polish, then that's okay. Plus, on top of that, if we're getting this single player campaign that originally was not intended to come at release, then I think that it is definitely going to be worth it for sure.
For me, quality is paramount. Falling Frontier is my dream game, so I want it to be the best game it can be. And
now I gotta say, Todd, let's try to turn up the volume a little bit because I cannot hear you so well in the video. But those graphics, I think that this is the very first time that we saw those hyperspace or faster than light effects here, and it does seem like we are around one of the moons of Saturn. I think that originally Falling Frontier was not taking place in the solar system, but it's fantastic to see that maybe Todd changed his mind. I also see some ship models and ship designs that I've never seen before in any of the trailers, so it looks like he also cracking up in the models here, and that's great. As I always say, in all of those space games, the more diversity we have in terms of models, the more immersive it is, the more believable it is, and I'm glad to see that that is something happening also in Falling Frontier.
and for it to be the game you all deserve. I do, however, have some exciting things I've been working on from the campaign, Titan Rising, to show you all.
So it's called
The
Titan
campaign tells
Rising.
the story of a war between Titan and Mars.
There we
and
go.
humanity.
Mars is going to be at war against Titan. These are different colonies of the Earth. Todd did not reveal, of course, what's the reason why these two colonies are at war. You're going to have to play the game for that, but I suppose that we're going to see some exciting details here about what this is going to entail and some extra game mechanisms for Falling Frontier.
Humanity's eventual expansion out of our solar system and into the frontier. The following sneak peek is just a small sample of what's been worked on, but let's get started and check out
Titan Rising. That's a cool name.
Welcome to the world of Falling Frontier. It's a grounded sci-fi world filled with detail and activity.
Now, I gotta say that I can't remember any other space real-time strategy game that look indeed so detailed with all of these tiny little ships that are all around that are going to be controllable. By the way, all of these things that you see flying around the station do have a function and a role. They're not just here as a background, they actually have a purpose, and that is the type of attention to detail that I'm really impressed and looking for in these types of games. So shout out here to Todd Darcy, the solo developer of Falling Frontier, for making the effort to bring all those environments to life with all of these tiny little ships doing their duties around the bigger structures and vessels.
Here we have Ride Station. It's a way station in orbit above Saturn's moon Titan. A way station gives the player the ability to offload some tasks performed by a shipyard, such as repair, rearmament, recrewing, and resupply.
Alright, so some kind of supply station.
Currently, there are two ships docked at Ride Station, a Hanno-class destroyer Pinnacle and the Crate-class battlecruiser Fatan. There's currently a search and rescue operation in a nearby asteroid field that requires my attention.
By the way, you can see I've never seen these two ship designs here, so I'm pretty sure that they're making their debut. Glad to see that they also look a little bit different. That's one of the things that people were saying about Falling Frontiers, that all the ships kind of look the same, but he's really cranked it up and bringing those new details, and they look fantastic. So awesome, Todd.
Neither ship
Great job.
is equipped for such a specialized operation, so I'll make a change to the Pinnacle and deploy it to the field. The Hanno is a ship of Titan design, built at the shipyards above Europa. Like all ships in Falling Frontier, it can be used for many purposes. The ship designer gives the player the freedom to play how they want to. There's no right or wrong way to play, just choices and their consequences.
That's so cool. So you can basically customize all of your ship just like that with this UI here that's going to allow you to swap your components for the purpose or the role that you want your ships to have.
I'll select the search and rescue module for the ship and initiate the upgrade process. Usually the upgrade process would take some time, but it's been accelerated for this demonstration.
So obviously, if let's say for example none of your ships are equipped for a search and rescue, but there's an important search and rescue mission that needs to happen, obviously that mission is going to fail. So normally you would have to upgrade your ship for the next ones in the future, right? But as he said, he's doing that here for the purpose of this demo.
Falling Frontier is all about providing data to the player and allowing the player to make the next move. The capture of an enemy's crew is just one of many mechanisms the player can use to acquire information. So it's only going to be naturally important to also recover your crew if you can do so.
So that's really interesting. So let's say one of your ship is crashing or was destroyed. You have to recover your crew, or if you don't, they will be captured by the enemy and with a risk of the enemy knowing about your whereabouts. That's brilliant. At the same time, you can do the same. If you kill an enemy ship, you can also send a patrol ship or some kind of vehicles to retrieve the enemy personnel as well and get access to the extra information that you wouldn't have. I like that.
Here we have the Pinnacle that we upgraded earlier. It now has a unique ability to launch reconnaissance probes that will return data of the surrounding area.
Okay, looks like these are the reconnaissance little vessels here.
Just like in the ocean on Earth, lifeboats drift from their last known position. Over time, finding these lifeboats can become incredibly challenging in the black of space. Command crew will potentially offer different types of information under interrogation, depending on both their type and a special characteristic called Renowned.
So that's the biggest ship that was destroyed, and the little lifeboats are a little bit on the side. Okay,
An
we
officer
found them.
with low Renowned will be more likely to offer information. However, what they provide can be less accurate, whereas an officer with high Renowned will be less likely to provide any information at all, but when they do, it has a higher chance of being far more reliable.
Oh, that is so cool. So maybe that was
All
the
of these
zero that we
elements
saw
loop
before.
back into the risk and reward system Falling Frontier is built upon, whether that be information acquisition or the physicality of combat and the aftermath it leaves in its wake. In that aftermath, the opportunity for salvage or information gathering can usually be carried out. Your crew can help in that process. They can undergo training programs that allows them to advance in their own personal skill
looks
tree,
like, yeah, definitely
further
zero
enhancing
here
the
for
operational function
this
and status of their ship. The captain has unique information unavailable to all other crew members. If captured, they may reveal the locations of installations and ships in the local sector. A higher ranking captain or admiral, however, may provide information that is star system wide.
Okay, next is the
The
navigator.
navigator has knowledge of where the ship has been or where it is headed and may reveal that information under interrogation. They may also reveal common patrol routes of allied ships.
Okay, next, who do we have?
The engineer may reveal information related to general technology levels, as well as information relating to logistical operations in the local sector.
And finally, the last guy
The
here.
gunnery officer may reveal details of common ship weapons configurations, as well as defensive locations in the local sector.
Now, I have one thing to say about those characters. I know how Todd got them, he explained to me in private, but I wish that there was a way to add some kind of military uniform to give them a little bit of extra character and believability. Because right now, these pictures look like, you know, a random picture you would have on an ID card, right? But I think that it would be a little bit better if they looked like they were in actual work uniform. That would add some extra flair to the game. Todd, if you're watching this video, yeah, that is definitely something that would be great.
Falling Frontier is about choice and consequence, risk and reward. Leaving crew to die in the black of space will have economic impacts on your war machine. It can also lead to other catastrophic events well beyond what you ever anticipated.
Of course, right? If some of your crew gets captured, they get access to, they give access to the enemy to some information that they were not supposed to know. Boom! Look at it. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, look at those explosions. That is fantastic. Are we going to be able to actually nuke the surface of planets and moons in Falling Frontier? Oh my gosh. Especially, you know, when you think of Titan, it is actually made of hydrocarbons, right? So that definitely makes sense that a nuke would look like. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, it's a bummer that it is getting delayed, obviously, but obviously it definitely looks for the best, and I'm so excited we're gonna get a single player campaign, which hopefully is going to teach us also how the game works and operates, so that we can be a little bit better in skirmish modes. And who knows, maybe we'll have a multiplayer mode, right? This is also something that Todd is aware a lot of players are anticipating. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. Don't forget to please wishlist Falling Frontier. It is an awesome game that needs a lot of support, and I will see you guys next time for the next video. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Joint membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.